Now, in England, nightclubs are reopening and mask mandates and social distancing rules are ending in what's been dubbed Freedom Day. But not everyone's hitting the dance floor. COVID-19 cases are rising, and even Prime Minister Boris Johnson is currently self-isolating. Here he is urging Brits to remain cautious.
We don't do it now. We've got to ask ourselves, when will we ever do it? So this is the right moment, but we've got to do it cautiously. We've got to remember that this virus is sadly still out there. Cases are rising. We can see the extreme contagiousness of the Delta variant.
NBC News foreign correspondent Matt Bradley joins us now from London. Matt, good morning. So I know it's a big day there for everyone in England. First, just kind of walk us through how life's going to change today. What couldn't you do yesterday that now you're able to do?
Yeah, well, happy Freedom Day, Joe and Savannah. I mean, you're kind of looking for how life is changing. And if you look behind me, you'll see people aren't really dancing in the streets here. That's because most of them probably don't even know it's Freedom Day, because these rules, while all of them are now gone today in the legal sense, they've been really lifting quite gradually for the last several months, ever since January. And the other reason is because, you know, a lot of people here, they're not all that enthusiastic about this lifting, as you mentioned, the new increase in cases. But there are some real changes. I mean, I drove here in an Uber and I wore a mask. My driver had a mask. And if you go on public transportation, I think you're still going to see most people wearing masks. That's just compliance, because a lot of these rules, they've gone from the legal side to just recommendations, very, very strong recommendations, even as these cases are rising. So as you mentioned, nightclubs are open, mask mandates are gone, almost everything restricting the number of people in certain places, households mixing, all of it gone today. Guys?
Now, Matt, you mentioned, though, cases are rising rapidly in the UK. We heard Boris Johnson referencing the Delta variant. So why is the government easing restrictions now? And do experts think it's a good idea?
Well, the fact is that a lot of experts don't think it's a good idea. In fact, there were about 120 scientists who joined in a letter to the Lancet, which we now know what the Lancet is after this past year. It is a very well-regarded academic publication for publishing medical research. They said that this is a very hazardous idea, and that really the issue isn't just that the vaccination campaign is going to try to fight against this. They're more worried about these variants. And if we open everything up, these scientists say, you're opening the door for variants that could become vaccine resistant. Guys?
Now, Matt, Prime Minister Boris Johnson is actually self-isolating after the health secretary tested positive, and there was some close contact there. But there was some back and forth on this that received quite a bit of criticism. Walk us through what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, Boris Johnson, the prime minister, he was supposed to make an address to the country, kind of taking on the self-stylization of Winston Churchill and declaring Freedom Day. Now he's in isolation, so it's a bit ironic. And the fact is, there was this massive back and forth and political controversy about that. He and Rishi Sunak, who's the Chancellor of the Exchequer, they were both exposed to Sajid Javid. He's the new health minister. And the idea was that they were going to sort of field test a new proposal where they would, instead of self-isolating, test themselves every single day. That received a huge backlash. In fact, the Guardian newspaper said that this was the fastest reversal from Downing Street, where the Prime Minister lives, on record, because people didn't like the idea that the Prime Minister and other top ministers would not be having to face the same rules as the rest of the public. Savannah, Joe?
All right. Matt Bradley, thank you so much.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.